Hey everyone, thanks so much for joining me for Chronicles and Collecting, where we're going to construct the Riobot SRX, which is a combination of the R1, R2, and R3 units from Super Robot Wars original generation. This figure came out in July 2022 and retailed for 71,500 yen in Japan and $650 in the US. Check out my previous videos for unboxings and reviews of the individual units. All right, and we are back, so let's get this guy on the rotating stand and give some final thoughts here. It's going to be a slightly delicate operation here, so I probably try to keep an eye on it. All right, there we go. So yeah, this was a lot of fun to put together. It was not easy. It probably took me like between 15 and 3 hours to do. You basically have to take all three of the our units completely apart and then put them back together. So it's really seems more like building like a model kit than building a figure. But I think, as long as you know that kind of going in, play some music, play a podcast, do whatever. And I had fun doing it. The instructions were not amazing, but most of them weren't overly confusing. There were a couple of parts that were frustrating. I definitely couldn't get the head on like all the way. It's supposed to, I think, like click one more kind of rotation into place, and I just couldn't do it without seeming like I was going to break it. But I think unless you're giving it a very, very, very thorough inspection, you won't notice. Other than that, a lot of cool weapons. One thing that's cool about the transformation is that it used everything except for two little pieces from the kind of I don't know what you call it, like that drone shield thing that was on the wrist of the first unit. Technically, it didn't use three parts of it, but one of them is for the sword, so kind of that's what it would be. So you don't want to have two. And then two of the little wing pieces are not used in this, but that's it. And there's even like space for pieces. So like there's space for like the heads of the other unit like inside of it. Even though you don't see it, you can do kind of like a full transformation and it uses it. Obviously, lots of cool weapons. It's got all the fingers. It's got all the fingers, but it's got like the movable fingers. So you could do like different poses and stuff. This shield's cool. There's also one where the shield is like coming out of its chest. So that's another cool pose. And there is going to be another figure coming out for this later on this year. That's going to turn into this like crazy super gun. So I'll have something for the right hand. Maybe in November, maybe in December. We'll see when it actually comes out. But yeah, I'd say all in all, really like this figure. I had a lot of fun putting it together. I think it looks really cool, but it is, you got to set aside like a decent portion of your day to work on it. Anyway, thanks so much for checking out this video. If you enjoyed it, I'd really appreciate a like or subscribe. If you didn't, tell me about it in the comments. If there's something else you want to see, either with this figure or something else, let me know about it in the comments, and I'll see what I can do. So next month, Gundam's going to be starting, so keep an eye out for those reviews. And so I'll do one Gundam review and one figure review every week. So keep an eye out for that. And thanks so much, and keep collecting.